This book that you've written, where you've taken a year from your life, a year when you were 13, 14, and you're living in Musselburgh in Scotland, a small town, and you describe it was a crucial year. Tell me why it was a crucial year, why you decided to pick this year up all from your life to write about.
Well, I had many miserable years to choose from, but
well, why were they miserable years, first of all? So, I mean, set a situation.
Yeah, I was.
You were adopted.
I was adopted, so I do have all the baggage that does come with being adopted, and there is baggage, you know, and it goes on still now. It goes on for a long time. I was adopted when I was a few months old. You know, I was born 65. That's just before abortions were legalised, and there's a lot of adopted people my age, in the sort of late 30s age group. And you know, I got told I was adopted when I was about 9 years old, which was a shock. And I had to be told because that's the right thing. And to think what my mother must have went through to tell me, because her generation didn't get any, you know, counselling or anything. They're just like, you know, you want a baby, you know, there's one that's, you know, we expect any day now, you can have that. And it was all arranged. My mum had it arranged through the church. And to have to sit down and tell a kid that is, you know, it's astonishing, really.
So there was that.
So there was that. And then about this age, I suppose I felt perhaps I was attracted to girls, and though there was no word for it, this is as young as 9, 10, I expected I was perhaps quite different. And then my father, the year of the book, my father, at the start of the book, becomes ill, and he basically diagnosed with cancer, and then he dies by the end. So my father died in 1979, which is really the worst year of my life. It's a pivotal year. I mean, it's a pivotal year for most people. 13 to 14 is a pretty overwhelming time. But it just felt like everything was just completely out of control. And I was in a very, very small town. And if you feel different, there is nothing any more difficult than being in a very small town.
And you also, I mean, in the book, I mean, you expressed your differences too, didn't you? I mean, you had crushes on people. On women.
Mad crushes, like worrying, stalker crushes. Yeah. Well, obviously, you know, then, as a child interpreting it, I had no idea what was wrong. And I was really addicted to listening to really tragic love songs all the time. And I'd play all this tragedy and loss out. And it's, you know, I was interested in, you know, I used to listen every morning with my headphones, really sad music, and then I'd go off to school and I'd be massively in love with several people, in particular a teacher and another girl that lived up the road, and I basically just followed them everywhere, and I memorised my teacher's number plates, and I still know them. And but you know, as an adult now, and somebody who's done psychoanalysis, I understand that, you know.
Did the teacher know that you were attracted to her? Did she know that?
Oh yes, I think she might consider giving up teaching because she'd had enough.
She was worried about it. Did she confront you about it at all?
Well, look, I'll tell you how bad the crush was, right? I remember the summer holidays came, which to most normal, well-adjusted children was a great time. For me, utter despair. And I used to go to the teacher's car park and stare longingly at the oil patch her car had left. And I used to touch the oil and sort of love the oil, like it was a special oil. It was her oil from her car. Her Datsun, her oil from her Datsun. And I'd look and I'd go, oh, the oil. And I'd get all sentimental about the oil. What I used to...
No, I'm not. I feel really upset here going...
Yeah, well,